Today we mark a day that will forever be remembered in infamy. 80 years ago this day, on December 7th, 1941, thousands of Americans lost their lives during the attack on Pearl Harbor, and attack that catapulted America into World War II. Today, events across America are paying tribute to the sacrifice made by those who lost their lives. Now, one of the last remaining ships from that attack is docked right here in the DMV.
And that's where we find WDVM's Brittany Ward, who's joining us from Baltimore tonight, where Brittany also attended a ceremony today in remembrance of what happened at Pearl Harbor. Brittany, what can you tell us?
Joe and Thesmine, today was all about remembering the men and women who lost their lives on December 7th, 1941. And like you mentioned earlier, Joe, this ship behind me is one of the last survivors.
On our land, upon our foreign soil, upon the sea.
It's been 8 decades since the attack on Pearl Harbor, and on Tuesday, members with the historic ships in Baltimore hosted a remembrance. The public was able to board the U.S. Coast Guard cutter WHEC-37. During the time of the attack, the ship was operating as part of the Destroyer Division 80, which was based in Honolulu, Hawaii. Now the ship is turned into a museum for the public to learn more about the crewmen who worked on that ship.
It's very special, mainly because my dad was at Pearl Harbor. He is a survivor, so I honor his memory.
Florence Strauser is a part of the Sons and Daughters Pearl Harbor survivors here in Maryland. She says it's important to honor those who lost their lives 8 decades ago. She also says it was surreal to see this piece of history.
It's a piece of history, and it's kind of like you can touch history. It's like when you go somewhere and you can actually see what happened and how it worked. You just feel a part of it.
A few songs and remarks, and even a wreath memorial was just a few things that happened at the ceremony. Once the ceremony was completed, guests had the opportunity to tour the ship. Chris Romson is the executive director of historical ships in Baltimore. He says the reason why they held this ceremony is so people will never forget.
And they're not around anymore, and the ship is still here. The ship is their legacy. You know, the service and sacrifice that they gave in service to their country. This ship is testament to that.
He hopes that with the ship being docked in Baltimore, that people will be able to learn more about the ship's history and why the ship is so famous in the United States Coast Guard.
We don't forget about the ship's history. They learn about what happened, why this ship is well known, why this ship is still here.
Never forgetting the tragic events that unfolded on December 7th, 1941. And tours for the ship will officially be open to the public this Thursday. For more information about tickets, you could just head over to our website, localdvm.com. Reporting here at the Baltimore Harbor, I'm Brittany Ward for WDVM 25. Back to you.
Brittany, thank you. And just so you know, Rosam also says that when you buy a ticket for the ship, you can use that same ticket to explore the other historic ships that are in the harbor. And